With gold getting a boost post the latest Fed minutes, what's next for the metal? We have Gary Wagner of the Gold Forecast joining us now. Gary, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
So we saw gold react positively following the release of the minutes, Gary. Were you surprised?
Well, I was surprised in a little bit, but what I believe has happened is although we had anticipated an extremely high probability that there would be a rate hike in June, that probability was set at 100% and then went to 80%. Now that the minutes have been released, I think it's kind of etched back up near that 100 mark. And so for the most part, I believe that market participants have factored in a potential for a rate hike in June already into gold pricing.
So that said, Gary, what are your key levels right now for the metal? And is 1,300 back on the table here?
Well, I never really took 1,300 off of the table. If we look at the big picture, we have had a series of higher highs and a series of higher lows throughout this entire year. Now, the recent decline in the market after it hit, 1297 and began to come down, the low that it hit, I believe, was 1215. The previous low was 1197. So we now have a higher low, and the key to whether or not we're continuing a bull market ramp up, so to speak, is whether or not we get a higher high, which would necessitate taking out 1297.
Now, Gary, the latest report from the CFTC shows that gold net longs are currently at the lowest level in over 2 months. So do you think this should limit any potential weakness heading into the June FOMC and ECB meetings?
It certainly could, but I do believe that by the time we're reading about the reporting from the commitment of traders that comes out each Friday, it already has occurred, and now what we're looking at is kind of the tail end of the wake rather than the initial wake itself from those liquidations.
All right, Gary Wagner, thanks so much for your thoughts today.
My pleasure to be here, and thank you.
And thanks for watching this edition of Kitco's Gold Report. We'll be back tomorrow. Hey.